So recently, a new website called CSWatch was introduced. It's a new site that uses AI and allows people to submit reports and evidence so people can see if someone is cheating or not. It also automatically goes through matches and uses an algorithm to check player stats based on their reaction time and aim rating. Basically, it's another Legitify or CSStats clone, except it's even more simple and black and white, completely removing any nuance or benefit of the doubt. It just says, yes, this person is cheating. No, this person is not cheating. So how reliable is this site? And is this the end for closet cheaters? Well, first, let's go through what it actually tracks and see if it makes any sense. Let's start with win rate. While win rate should be something to consider and can be a red flag, like, for example, you see someone who's played 500 games and they've won 95% of them. In that case, yes, they're probably cheating. But CSWatch doesn't take into account several other factors, such as if you've only played 10 games and you've won 9 of them, or even all 10, then you'd have a 100% win rate. Then the system would say you're cheating because of that. It also doesn't take into account if someone 5 stacks or not. Some people only play with their 5 stacks, and they'll win almost every game, because the ranking system is so unbalanced, and will usually put 5 stacks against all solo queue players, who are pretty disorganized or don't have mics, and they tend to tilt more easily. It also doesn't take into account your rank, which is very important because going against silvers and destroying them is not the same as going against red ranks in Premier. If you think that can't happen in matchmaking, it definitely can, because the ranking system is complete garbage and always has been. You can be global and go against all silvers, and this has been the case for over 7 years. Now, let's talk about time to damage, which is basically your reaction time. This is actually not that bad to track, but it really only will catch cheaters who use TriggerBot for over half their kills. Any closet cheater who is playing normal and not holding TriggerBot all game won't have a bad reaction time. Sure, it'll confirm the blatant cheaters that hold TriggerBot all game, but if they're doing that, they probably don't care about getting reported. And if you need to come to the site to find out if someone who is pretty much semi-raging is cheating, then you have bigger problems. Then we have pre-aim degree, which just measures how close your crosshair position is to an enemy before you peek them. This only tracks before someone shoots you. It doesn't track if someone is staring at people through walls the entire game. So someone could be the most blatant wall hacker ever, but if they don't pre-aim someone before they shoot, then their pre-aim rating will be fine. This only affects blatant cheaters, which again doesn't matter to them. If a cheater is trigger botting all game, or is pre-aiming you and has very strong aimbot and RCS settings, then it'll be very obvious he's cheating and doesn't care that you know he's cheating. Just report him and watch as he never gets banned. Lastly, we have aim rating and KD, which I won't go over since this is nothing new and every site has this. So to make it simple, everything it tracks is unreliable, and more importantly, only affects cheaters who are semi-raging or monkey blatant. To make matters worse, the owners know how terrible the system is, so they have to add modifiers like having a Faceit or being a pro, because this system marks people like Donk or Zywoo as suspicious. If you have a Faceit account, the site automatically assumes you're clean. Because of course we know cheaters would never buy Faceit level 10 accounts so people think they're legitimate. It's not like people regularly cheat on Faceit and you can literally just make a new Faceit account and get rank 7 easily. The fact that people still think Faceit means anything in 2025. This is really just another cash grab site that only exists to sell your data and offers nothing new that Legitify and CSStats didn't already do. Except now, dumb, naive, legit players will treat the sites as gospel. It doesn't matter if you try to explain to them how bad and shallow the site is. They won't listen. And reporting someone on the site will accomplish absolutely nothing, since Valve doesn't care and doesn't even ban rage cheaters at the top of the Premier leaderboard. So even if your account was reported on the site and convicted by so-called Overwatch, it means nothing and don't worry about it. This is just another site for a bunch of crybaby Sojak nerds who lost the match in Premier and now need somewhere to cry and cope about better players, or people cheating with $3 cheats. Reporting cheaters in-game or on the site is a waste of time. Overwatch is non-existent, and no cheat ever gets banned. And manual bans are extremely rare, and you have to be quite unlucky to get manually banned. So no, this site won't change anything for closet or legit cheaters who have brains. I actually went through so many people who I know have been cheating for years, and none of their profiles show up as suspicious. Most of them even have normal win rates because they lose games like everyone else. A lot of cheaters queue with other cheaters, so none of them have to go hard and none of them will have high KDs, since they share the frags. Not to mention, so many cheaters deranked last season and lost over 50 games on purpose, so their premier rating would go lower. All of those games will mess with whatever AI algorithm the site is using, making it even more unreliable. Yet my profile shows as extremely high risk just because I'm insane at the game and my reaction time is similar to a rage bot. It was actually flagged by the AI bot, and since everyone knows I don't cheat, that's how you know the site is trash and a complete joke.